Next, let's hook the hat. Small hats and small fish bags are split to be crocheted. Splitting shares means rubbing the thread open. With a thin thread, here we split into 2 strands. Crochet with that little 1 needle. Here, in order to make it easy for everyone to see the needles clearly, I will not split the shares when I demonstrate. First of all, the ring needle. The little finger winding, the index finger picking. Wrap around the middle finger. First hook a standing needle. The crochet penetrates into the winding coil. Pull the cord over. There is now a coil on the crochet. Pull the winding over. After that, I'll sort it out. Tighten this knot. Next we hook the first lap of the 6 short needles. Same as before. The crochet goes into the coil first. Pull the wire over. There are 2 coil windings on the crochet that are pulled together. At the needle point of the first needle, hang up the marking buckle and mark it. Continue crocheting. The second short needle. The crochet penetrates and pulls the thread over. Pull it up a little. The winding is pulled over 2 coils. This is the second short needle. 3, 4, 5, 6. After 6 short needles have been hooked, hang up the marking buckle and mark it. Next, pull the wire head to tighten the coil. Place the thread head on the back of the fabric. The mark of the first needle is snapped off. Hook a pull-out needle. The crochet penetrates the first needle gauge. The 2 threads of the V-pin. Pull the wire over. Pull the needle eye first. Pull the coil over the crochet and tidy up. Tighten. And then hook a standing needle. Winding pulls over the coil. This coil needs to be slightly enlarged. Then we come to the second lap of the hat with 6 sets of stitches. The first needle is inserted here. Let's hook up a short needle first. After hanging the marking buckle on the first needle of the second lap, still put the needle in this needle. And hook a short needle. This is the first set of stitches. And then the second needle, the short needle, the next needle. This is the second group. The third letter, short stitch plus 1 stitch. The fourth word is short stitch plus 1 stitch. The fifth needle, the short needle, the next needle. The last needle. Short needle plus 1 needle. So we're done with the second lap. After this circle is hooked, there are 12 needles in total. Let's hook a pull connection with the first needle. We must pay attention to this needle for each seduction connection. It's also the next lap. The position of the first needle to be inserted. Pull over the eye of the needle. Pull over the coil again. Tidy up. Tighten. Then hook up a stand-up needle and loosen it up a bit. Then start hooking the third lap. The law of the third lap is to cycle 6 groups. 1 short needle and 1 more needle. First needle, we hook a short needle. This one has a single short needle hooked up. We need to hook up a set of short needles with needles at the time of the second needle. Add another needle. We circulate a set of 6 sets of individual short stitches under one stitch. Short needle plus 1 needle. A single short needle. Short needle plus single short needle. Short needles plus individual short needles. Short needle plus 1 needle. The last group has a single short needle. What about the last needle? We are hook and needle. A short stitch and another stitch. In that case, we'll be done with the third lap. After the circle is hooked. There were 18 needles in total. Let's hook up a pull connection with the first one. After pulling the stand-up needle. The fourth lap consists of 18 short needles. Without adding or subtracting. Just hook 1 needle at the end of each needle. Here, let's weave it ourselves. After 4 turns of 18 short needles. Let's hook and pull the needle. Tighten. And hook another standing needle. And then we're going to flip it over. This thread head can be pulled a little tighter. No need to cut. Put it here and you can flip it over. Let's move on to the 5th lap. The law of the 5th lap is to cycle 6 groups. 2 short needles. 1 more needle. The circle we have here is to pick the outer half needle. That is, close to this line on our side. We only do this 1 loop, just pick a thread for crocheting. First of all, the first needle is inserted from the side. V-pin outlet needle in the middle of the eyelet. Hook a single short needle first. The second needle is also the outer half needle. And then hook a single short needle. Then the third needle picks half a needle. We are short needles with hooks and needles. And then still put the needle in this half pin position. Then hook up a short needle. We are in a group like this. 2 separate short needles. A set of additional needles. Then loop all the way to the end. 2 short needles plus needles. One or 2 short needles plus needles. Two short needles plus 1 needle. Short needle plus needle. The last set of 1 or 2, the last needle. Female half needle. We hooked up the needle and the short needle and 1 more needle. So we're done with the 5th lap. After the circle is hooked, there are 24 needles in total. Let's make a pull connection with the first needle hook. When we hook and unplug the connection, is to pick and pull the 2 threads of the complete V needle. Hook another standing needle. Let's take a look at what happens after our 5th lap. There is a full circle of this line inside. This is normal. And then we're going to hook the 6th lap. That's the last lap. This circle is a hook 24 short needles. We hook 1 needle for each needle. In this circle, we pick the complete needle. 2 lines are hooked. When you can't add or subtract, let's try to be novice classmates to count the number of stitches in this circle. Be sure to give the corresponding number of frames. This one is hooked with 4 strands. If you use 2 strands of wire to hook, this little hat will be a little smaller. It's cuter. The last stitch. Then we will hook a print egging with the first needle and tighten the lock with a needle. If this hat is going to be stitched, we can just leave it with a long thread for stitching. If it's adhesive, you can leave a little bit of thread. Just hide a thread and glue it. And then here, let me tell you, let's take out the green thread to weave the small leaves on this hat. What about this leaf? We can pick up the needle directly from this hat. Place the draw pin at the back. First of all, we need to hook 3 locking pins. Pull the wire over 1, 2, 3 locking pins. Then we're going to invert 2 hooks a short needle. 1 pull. Here's the first to last, the second to last. We can just pick the top half of the needle. First hook a short needle. Then hook a pull needle here. And then we can come here and print it out and then hook up 3 locking pins 1, 2, 3. Then to 2 first hook a short needle. Hook up another draw. Okay. We pull the line over. We take out the suture needle. Thread this line in here. Let's take a look at this. From which side? This leaf will look a little better. Let's wear it from which side? Straight through this middle hole. Tidy it up. And then we're going to pull the same thread that we started with tightly. Use the suture needle to pass it through the 2 green ones from the hole in the middle. Let's tie it to a knot. Sticking to it is not easy to open and cut. I'll cut it first. When we're trimming the thread, try to leave some for it. This kind of it is not easy to open a line to tidy up. And then we secured it to this little hat. This is too big with a 4-strand hook. I won't make any adjustments here. We stitched it along this side when we stitched it, before the hats are stitched. We're going to split it in two with a white line. What if everyone uses this hat? It's a hat with two hooks. Let's use a white thread to sew the decor. From the side of this leaf, we sewed two threads into it. The one above is slightly shorter. And then this one below is a little bit longer. Just a little distance between them is enough. In this way, the sewing will be done. After the sewing is done, our two white threads can be knotted inside. Or glue it a little bit to a Gangnam hat. Even if it's done. Here, I made a trumpet. Then I'll demonstrate the stitching with a trumpet. We hooked up that line with our hats. Start by hiding the line a little inside of it. Probably in 1 or 2 second row locations. The second row and the third row there. And then what about the back can make it a little bit more? Give it as little as possible up front. Is for him to sew on. The placement of the hat is on the last lap. This is it, and the middle of the second lap of the penultimate lap here is the needle here. Then we penetrate this subject as well. After we finished sewing, add some padded cotton to the inside of this hat, so that the hat will look fuller. Leave a small opening for it to tidy up a small edge. And then there's a small opening. We add some padded cotton to it. Slightly support the top of this hat. Here, just add a little bit. And then we go on to stitch. Sold this way. Try to make it symmetrical. And then on this side, there's a little side that folds up. Just fold it up a little bit. Where there are fewer seams, let's sew it up again. Tidy up its edges. Sew on the back. What about this white line? I was rushing it to its side. If it's not appropriate, we can tear it down. Restitch it. What happens after the game? Let's just fight. Is to hide this wire behind it? Just cut it out for him. Rub it well. These hats are sewn together. This is the front.